Guys, it's Friday night, it's the late night agenda. I'm your host Craig and you're very welcome along to tonight's show. We have a lot to get through. We've got the Merseyside derby to look ahead to on Sunday. We've got Klopp's press conference today. We can still pick the bones out of that farce that was the Paris Saint-Germain game during the week. And of course, there's all your topics in debate as well. Everything you want to talk about, guys, this is your show. As I say, you let me know what you want to talk about. You give me the agenda and we'll run with that. It's always great to chat to Reds from around the world. I look forward to these streams every night. It cheers me up. It gets me ready for the weekend as well. I cannot wait for this one. This feels like the perfect game for Liverpool to get back from that farce in midweek. Because let's be honest, we didn't put in a great performance in midweek. And this is the perfect game for the Reds to get back to it. I can see people coming into the chat already. And Rod, I think this is the first time in the history of our stream, buddy, that you're the first one on. Usually you're fast asleep at this point, so I don't know if you're suffering with insomnia, buddy, or if you're just excited. But either way, pleasure to have you on. Tom is on, Val, Anthony, Stephen, Christopher and Luke Skywalker. How the hell are you guys? Hope you're all keeping well. Lots for us to get through tonight. Main topic, of course, will be the derby against Everton. 4:30 on Sunday. I'm really looking forward to it. I tell you what, everything will be forgotten about if the Reds go out and give these bitters a fucking kicking on Sunday. We'll talk formations, we'll talk team selection, we'll talk about Jurgen Klopp's press conference, we'll talk about a bit of everything and anything else that you want to talk about in between. Thank you guys so much for coming along, it's been a pleasure. Gonna listen while watching Making a Murderer. Christopher, I've watched that from start to finish, pal. Love it, absolutely love it. Gripping stuff, couldn't recommend it highly enough. Jay, hey as well. Hello, how are Jamal? How are you? Great to have you in with us. Craig, watch Mr. Klopp's press conference today. He's looking and sounding a little prickly. Anthony, you know what, mate? I totally agree with you. This is what I love about it. We're all on the same fucking wavelength on here. This is beautiful. This is why I love this chat. People call it as it is, but they're fair. It's 4:15 Sunday. Sorry, Stephen. It said 4:30 on the one I was looking at. Let me just double check that, just for people out there that are watching around the world, because I don't want to be giving out misinformation. The one I looked at yesterday said 4:30, so bear with me, pal. Yeah, 4:15. Stephen, when you're right, pal. There you are, 4:15 on Sunday. Thank you, sir. So for anybody wondering about the watch along, we'll probably start out about 3:45, maybe a little bit earlier because it's the derby. I'll see how quickly I can get my ass in gear on Sunday. Thank you, Stephen, for saving my ass there again. But you know, you guys do it time and time again. There's loads for us to get through. We've got that big 4:15 PM kickoff on Sunday. We'll have a little chat perhaps about the North London derby as well while we're in. Lovely to see all of you here, by the way. Stephen's in, Dylan is in. Not having a great day. How about you? Dylan, I'm so sorry to hear that, pal. This is probably the first day I felt somewhat human in the past week after having that virus that I've had. Starting to come back around a little bit. Looking forward to the game at the weekend. Looking forward to the fight tomorrow night. I'm sorry to hear you're not having a good day, buddy, but I hope the weekend picks up for you. Mo will destroy Everton, said Stephen. That was interesting press conference. Klopp was confused why journalists are such fucking cunts. Stupid questions. Love that, Val. Right, on that press conference, Jurgen Klopp said that he has no concerns over Liverpool's midfield amid criticism of a lack of creativity from the current 4-3-3 system. Speaking in the Merseyside derby press conference on Friday, Klopp wasn't happy about a question about whether he was worried about the Reds' midfield. He replied by saying, "We've conceded 5 goals and you talk about our midfield being overrun. Sorry, I didn't see that. We could have scored more goals, but I didn't see any problems in midfield, to be honest." Now, guys, I love Jurgen Klopp. I very rarely disagree with anything that Klopp has to say, but I have to say I disagree with his comments there about the Liverpool midfield. We were overrun in Paris. Verratti had a field day at times. There is a distinct lack of creativity or dynamism in that Liverpool midfield. I'm not going to start pointing fingers. Everybody has ups, everybody has downs. People have good games, people have bad games. I thought the 3 of them were pretty damn ordinary. I thought Gini Wijnaldum has had an excellent season so far. You know, I don't want to point the finger at him. Look, I've seen things about Jordan Henderson that have made me sick, but I've also seen things about Jordan Henderson that are true. And I've seen some facts, some stuff pulled up. Some examples of passes that he didn't make, passes he made in the wrong direction. I've seen James Milner be very hard-working, but again, lacking creativity. So on this, I disagree with Jurgen Klopp, and I hate saying that because I love him. I hate saying that, but I do disagree. And I put out my team today on Twitter that I did for a while today before I wrote this one down. So I've gone for Alisson, Trent, Virgil van Dijk, Joe Gomez, and Robbo. No change there, pretty straightforward. Bringing Trent back in at right back, dropping Gomez in beside Virgil van Dijk. No surprises there. The midfield is the area that gives most of us a headache when we sit down to think about it. For me, the midfield trio I've gone with for the game on Sunday is Fabinho, Milner, and Keita. People might say why. I'm only after literally saying there that Milner doesn't give much apart from work rate. Covers a lot of ground. He's industrious. But sometimes you need that in a midfield trio for that trio to function. You need that one player doing that role. And I've no problems with Gini Wijnaldum in there doing it either. For me, it was a flip of a coin, whether it was Gini Wijnaldum or James Milner. But first and foremost, what I want to happen in that midfield is I want Fabinho to get a fucking run. I want him to get a chance. Drop him in there against the bidders. If he performs, he has a great game. Hopefully, man of the match performance. He's already cemented himself. His confidence will be sky high. The fans will love him, and it'll be the perfect time to get the ball rolling with Fabinho in that defensive midfield role. Naby Keita, look, we all know what Naby Keita brings. He brings that dynamism that I've spoken about a lot. He hasn't shown it too much of late. He's coming back from injury, maybe set him back a month or so. But I think Naby Keita can add a lot into that midfield, and then having that James Milner or that Gini Wijnaldum in there, that experienced Premier League player, I think that will do the world of good. Now, we're at home as well, so I can hear people screaming, what about Shaqiri? Play Shaqiri. Again, I've got no issues if Shaqiri plays. He's earned a spot. He's earned a chance as well. So the midfield then I've gone through, and the front three, I'm not making any changes. And I agree that some people are saying Firmino needs a rest. Firmino hasn't been at his best, but the derby for me is tailor-made for Bobby Firmino. What you're going to get from Firmino in this could be 100 miles an hour. Bobby Firmino is not going to shy out of a challenge. Bobby Firmino is not going to shirk responsibility. He's going to go out there, he's going to fight air corner, he's going to press, he's going to track, he's going to do everything the manager asks him to do with the crowd behind him. I feel it's perfect for Firmino. I actually fancy him to get a goal, if I'm being honest, in this game. So that's my Reds 11 for the game. I disagree with Klopp, as I've said, on there not being a problem in midfield. I think there is. Although I don't want to be as harsh as some people, because I respect and admire every single player that puts on that red shirt. For me, they're all warriors. That they've done things that I could only dream of doing. So I won't disrespect them in the way some others have. But it's okay for us to critique a performance. Jordan Henderson's performance against PSG was nothing short of terrible. That's just how it is. Gini Wijnaldum's wasn't that much better, nor was Jimmy Milner's. But some of the things I've seen, some of the examples I've seen pulled out about Henderson during that game, look, you have to be honest. I've defended him an awful lot. I love Jordan Henderson. He's the captain of a football club. I respect the hell out of the guy. I still stand over the fact I think he's an excellent captain. But in that game, just taking this in isolation, he was absolutely terrible. And there's no two ways about that. Klopp needs to find the balance of creativity, control and work rate, said Tippy. Let me just get through some of your comments, guys. They're moving quick already tonight, so thank you. I knew a derby would get everybody's blood pumping. Good morning, said Mark. Mark, good morning to you, buddy. Craig, what do you fancy in the boxing? I'll get to that a bit later, Stephen, but I suppose the long and short of it is it's either going to be a Wilder KO or I think Fury will win it on points. And I think Fury will win it on points if I'm to have a guess at it. Although I don't like it going to the cards in America, but for me, I just think Fury's a better boxer. Can't deny Deontay Wilder's power, but we'll get to this a little bit later on, buddy, because, I could talk about this for 20 minutes. Blakely said that shirt. Thank you, buddy. I love this shirt. It's my lucky shirt. I don't wear it that often. Alison hat-trick on Sunday, said Jason. A bit optimistic, pal. I want last season Liverpool back, said Murtaza. I get you. What the fuck is this Nightbot doing? It's doing my fucking head in. Connor needs to sort this fucking thing out. Hi Craig, hope you had a good day. Shy have already been celebrating more office space here than the Shy can celebrate. I don't know what you mean. The Shy have already been celebrating more office space. Oh, in the city? Fuck that. If that's what they have to celebrate, mate, leave them to it. No doubt Everton have improved, but if they try to outplay us and come at us, we'll destroy them, said Luke. I'm hoping that's what they do. I really hope they come to play. I hope they're full of confidence. I hope that Marco Silva has them ready to go. I hope he has them going to play an expansive game of football, and we will absolutely tear them to fucking shreds. Apparently Klopp's making us defensive for the first half of the season, then over the second half we're going back to attacking. That's just, mate, I'd love it. I'd fucking love that to be true, but it doesn't make sense. Why would we create a good defensive setup and then just go all out attack. It just doesn't really make sense. Now, whether you think he's saving legs or not, I get you. I've heard people say that, but I don't know. Is this just us covering up, perhaps, for the lack of good performances going forward, or do we think it's part of a grand scheme? I don't know. I'd love to think it's part of a grand scheme. I'd love to think that we're going to get the reins taken off now after Christmas and we're going to go gung-ho. Stephen Richards said 4-2-3-1 works against certain teams, but on Sunday it should be 4-3-3. Steve Cullen said hello to everybody. Scotty says hello to everybody as well. Great to have you guys with us. Wesley said agree with your starting 11. Thank you very much, pal. I feel the midfield lacks creativity, said Skipper Dog. That's why we need to bring somebody in, pal. And again, you're not on your own thinking that. I was trying to come up with something that I think will win this game rather than the long-term solution. And I would hope that Naby Keita and Fabinho are actually part of the long-term solution. But yeah, I'm with you. And we need to sort that out, whether that be in January or whether that be in the summer. I'd like it to be in January. There's no doubt. And Klopp knows it. He knows it. There was a reason he was going in for Nabil Fekir. He knew we needed that creativity. He's not blind. There was a reason we were going to spend as much money as we did. So we're going to have to just wait and see, buddy. Milner is just what we need in a derby match, said Stephen. I would bring Gini off the bench and we need Milner to captain the team, said Scotty. We don't need a captain, pal. I wouldn't worry about that. I mean, any of them. Give it to Van Dijk if he's not playing. Give it to fucking... I don't care. Anybody. Doesn't matter. I want everybody on that field to be a leader. I absolutely agree. That's why I went for Milner over Gini. There's just that little bit more experience, but with Gini being in the form he's been in, although he wasn't great in midweek either, it was a coin flip, as I said. Klopp needs to find the balance. We've done that one. How would you feel about VVD as captain? Mate, while Jordan Henderson's at the club, it shouldn't even be a conversation as far as I'm concerned. He is the club captain. If Jordan Henderson moved on, absolutely. Virgil van Dijk would be a fantastic choice as captain. 100%, no issues. The man is a born leader. I'd have no problem with that whatsoever. I just don't like the undermining of the current captain, because what good is it doing? Virgil van Dijk's going to perform week in, week out because he's the best centre-back in the world, in my humble opinion. Giving him the captain's armband ain't going to change shit. He's still going to perform as he does now. So I'd leave it as is. And I don't get why people are trying to undermine their own captain. If you don't like his performances, you're not a Jordan Henderson fan, I get you, no problem. Just don't go fucking slating him on social media. Don't go. I've seen one fucking prick today come out and say he had a picture of Jordan Henderson up and he had a picture of Dejan Lovren up with an X over both of them, and then saying these frauds need to be taken out of our club. Frauds. Fucking gobshite. A World Cup finalist, a Champions League finalist in Lovren. Jordan Henderson was just one game, an injury to Mo Salah perhaps, away from captaining Liverpool to a Champions League win. These people are absolute fucking morons. You don't like Hendo, grand, no problem, I get you. Pick a different starting 11. Say you'd rather see him not play. But there's levels, guys. There's fucking levels. And some of the pricks that we have out there pretending to be Liverpool fans are just disgusting. That's the midfield I would have, Craig, and stick with it and see how it goes, said Paul Turner. The comments have already started in the Alamo. Oh, mate, the minute I start thinking about this derby, my thoughts went to you and Louise. For those of you that don't know, Stephen lives in an area that's predominantly full of Blues. He calls it the Alamo, he always has. As soon as the game came up, pal, my thoughts immediately went to you and Louise. Craig only watched 2 episodes of Making a Murderer, already hooked. Christopher is fucking brilliant, pal. It's really, really good. You'll be angry, you'll be sad, you'll be happy at times, but it's absolutely fucking mental to think that one man and then 2 men went through what they've been through. I mean, Stephen Avery's life has been just fucking horrendous. Mark Ross said Wijnaldum, Milner, Shaqiri for his midfield. I get it, pal. I get it as well. Anybody can give me a combination of midfielders and I can understand why they'd go with that. I honestly could. If you could take back Suarez or Coutinho, who would you take back? Suarez, in a heartbeat, Dylan. In a fucking heartbeat. The only thing that might make me lean towards Coutinho is the age. That's it. Because he's what, 4 or 5 years younger than Suarez. But jeez, man, I love Suarez. Absolutely idolised him. Love his attitude. Imagine him and Bobby Firmino on the front line pressing. Ooh, good luck. Good fucking luck. And then Mo Salah getting down the line, getting in behind. Suarez up top doing bits, breaking up play, annoying people. Firmino as well. I mean, Jesus Christ, that would be vicious. But look, it was a pleasure to watch Felipe Coutinho at times as well. I mean, don't like the way he left. Nobody did. But nobody can deny the quality the young man has. I believe Klopp should play a high press counter attack like last season in the tough away matches and this system against the rest, said Tippy. On Jurgen Klopp, and you're talking about styles of play there, Tippy, it kind of brings me to something that I've seen Jurgen Klopp mention as well. I think it was in his press conference today. So he believes that other managers are paying Manchester City far too much respect. He went on to say that against City you watch it and wonder what they're doing. A week later they play us and they're thinking, right, let's go, let's have a go at this. So Klopp's saying that basically what we've said on here, and Liverpool fans have said up and down the fucking country and around the world, that some teams seem to just bend over and accept what's going to happen against Manchester City. And look, to a certain extent, Manchester City have earned that respect from teams, but at the same time, just give them a fucking game. Sometimes you just wonder what they're doing. They're sitting back and playing right into Manchester City's hands, and we've seen time and time again that the only way to get the better of a Manchester City team is to do what Liverpool have done, to do what Lyon have done, to get up in their faces, to go at them 100 miles an hour, to not let them settle, to not give them a minute to breathe. And Premier League teams are capable of doing that. How many times have we seen smaller teams come up against so-called powerhouses and put it up to them, give them a physical battle, play at 100 miles an hour? It's happened time and time again. And I understand what Jurgen Klopp is saying. It's not our job to tell other managers what to do. We can't have any expectations of other clubs really. But it is frustrating at times when you see it happening. All Liverpool should really be worried about is what Liverpool can do, and that's play 38 games a season and think about those 38 games. But at the same time, I get where Klopp is coming from. Every club does have an onus on them to not just, and I get managers fighting down the bottom. They look at the fixtures, they see they've got Manchester City on a Saturday, maybe they've got Southampton on a Wednesday, and they prioritise Southampton because they think there's more chance of getting 3 points in that game. I understand that, that's natural, but it's still fucking frustrating at times. And as Klopp has said himself, City have earned that respect. City have gone out and won game after game, played tremendously well, and earned that respect. We don't show them any because we're their fucking competitors, and rightly so. Other teams should take a leaf out of Klopp's book and show them fuck all respect and have a go. You're going to get beat, you're going to get beat. Why not get beat giving it 100% rather than just sitting back and taking a 2 or 3-0? Craig, I was called delusional when I said not allowed to say that person's name. Hasn't had an effect on the team. Stephen, I don't think he has either. I wouldn't call you delusional, pal, because I wouldn't treat you with disrespect like that. But I don't think that who shall not be mentioned, the Serbian, I don't think that him leaving has had that much of an effect. I think that's been a little bit too disrespectful to our manager. If anything, the manager's just sat down and formed a different way for us to play. It's worked at one end of the field and it hasn't quite worked at the other end yet. I'm sure he's trying to tweak the system to find out why that is, but I don't know. There's a reason why one of them was a number 2 and one of them was the main man. We brought in Pep and Linders to be the number 2 now. Klopp respects him very highly. He's a very well respected coach. Didn't quite work out for him when he had a crack at his first team manager in Holland, but you know what? Sometimes people just aren't made to be first team managers, or perhaps it was a little bit too early for him. I give the credit to Jurgen Klopp. I know it's a group effort, but I don't know, Stephen. I think too highly of our manager to think that something like that happening would have had an effect on the team. I don't know what type of person he was around the club. I don't know. He looked like a quiet fella, so I wouldn't say he'd be somebody who was talking to players a lot and geeing them up and getting in their ears. He just looked like somebody who went about their business very, very well. Did his job very well, clearly. But we are where we are, pal. I would never call you delusional, though, because I wouldn't disrespect you like that. Craig, we need a dirty player for the derby. Do we, though? That's the thing, Scotty. Most of the time, pal, I would have said, yeah, I would have agreed with you. But I think we're too good of a team now that we don't need that dirty player. We need lads to be able to go out there and put it up to Everton. I mean, you've got to win the battle first and foremost in every game. You've got to have the hunger and the desire to go out there and put in the hard yards. Chase down the balls that look like a lost cause. I mean, that's what you expect, but that's what we should expect from every single Liverpool player that puts on a red shirt. For us now, buddy, I think we're a cut above. We're a better team. We're a footballing side, an intelligent side. I'd leave that shit to Everton. I just hope that we can go out there, do what you said, man, work hard, be on top, but perform, play around them, show them that we're the better side, give them a damn good fucking hiding, and then go into the game during midweek against Burnley and see what happens there. But nobody should shirk responsibility for this game. It's too important. You won't see it happening though. I feel you'll see it. Trent will be up for it. Jimmy Milner, if he plays, will be up for it. Van Dijk will be up for it. The crowd will be up for it. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a different derby, I feel, to one we've had to put up with in recent years. Everton haven't won at Anfield this fucking century, so that ain't going to change on Sunday in my eyes. The best they can hope for to come out of there with is a draw, and they ain't getting that either. Do you reckon our team needs more signings in January? Yes, pal. Just the one, though. Just the one. I wouldn't like to see too much change. I think the 10. We need a 10 or a wide forward. Either of those to come in, and we could reevaluate in the summer when we know how the youngsters are going to get on. Because I wouldn't like to see too many brought in, and then we have players out on loan that we don't know what's going to happen with. I mean, Wilson, what more does he have to do before a decision is made about whether he's going to get a chance or not? So things like that. For that reason, mate, I wouldn't like to see pathways blocked through for the kids just yet, until we know in the summer what their futures hold. Craig felt Virgil was at fault for the first goal against PSG. Two ways of looking at it. Yes, he did knock the ball back into space, but I said that at the time I was a bit critical myself. But the more I've watched it back, there's a couple of things that came into my mind. Yeah, look, it was a reactionary thing. He just tried to get a leg on the ball. But at the same time, somebody pointed something out to me in a clip and I watched it back. Lovren was ball watching. He was absolutely ball watching. He had a chance when Van Dijk hit that ball, Lovren had a chance to close down, and he was just standing there ball watching. It wasn't until it was pointed out to me, in fairness, that I noticed it. But go back and watch it again, and watch it from the first cross that came in, or the ball that came across the box. Just look at Dejan Lovren. And he watches one ball, then it comes back across, he watches it again, and then by the time he goes to close down, it's too late. I remember similar comments about Gerrard at times, as well as these idiots ain't LFC fans if they should be. They should be ashamed. Fucking, excuse me, I don't know what that noise was there. I was half a breath in. They're fucking idiots, mate. They are fucking idiots, and I'm sick to death of listening to these absolute pricks on social media who wouldn't dare say any of this stuff to the players' faces. That's my little rule. I keep saying it to you guys. I never write anything on social media that I would not say to somebody's face. I know people are trying to act tough on there, especially younger fellas. It's we've all projected at times when we were younger lads. We stood up to our fathers, or we wanted to just prove our masculinity or whatever. I get it, but there's better ways of going about it than slating players of a club that you love, or you at least profess to love, and then go and write "you'll never walk alone" in the next fucking sentence, or LFC forever, and all this bollocks that you don't even understand. It was so many shit talk about Hendo in the LFC Facebook group that I follow, but it was so much shit, so I left. You don't say stuff like that to a red man, said Lars. Mate, I'm proud of you. You might say fuck you for that. That doesn't mean jack shit to me, but I'm proud of you. Because it takes a lot to stand up. It would be easy to jump on the bandwagon and just, get drawn in and go, oh yeah, he's shit, fuck Henderson. But you stood your ground, you're right. We're open. We can say Henderson had a shit game. That's fair enough. But respect, he's the club captain. He's done more for this club than you and I will ever know. Behind the scenes, on the field, we don't know. We're not there, pal. But I'm glad to see you standing up for him. I've been glad to see that most of the people on social media that I know, that I interact with, are level-headed and look at this through fair eyes. I play Sturridge on Sunday, said Stephen. Harry Carling said my team is Alisson, Trent, Gomez, Van Dijk, Robbo, Fabinho, Milner, Naby, Mane, Salah, Bobby. I think that's the same as mine, buddy. Yeah, that's the same as mine, so I'll have to say well done, Harry. I totally agree with you, pal. People need to realise Klopp doesn't care about the captain and lets the other players know that. Mate, BQ, you are spot on. English and Irish people, I think more than others, have this fucking fascination with the captaincy. I don't know what it is, but we do. It doesn't mean fucking anything really when you're on the field. Everybody should be leader. You should have a leader of the back four, a midfield general. You should have a leader of the front line. Everybody should be leading by example. People put too much focus on the armband. It's something that If the armband was given to fucking, I don't know, I was gonna say Robbo, but you know what? That'd actually be a good move. If the armband was given to fucking who plays that I don't really rate sometimes, um, nobody actually, because I fucking rate them all. What I'm trying to say is I don't give a fuck who wears the armband. I want them all to be leaders out there. I was gonna say Mignolet, but he's not gonna fucking play, is he? Sometimes Klopp just gives it to the most senior player. If Milner and Jordan Henderson aren't playing, Klopp seems to just give it to the most senior player. But then again, he's giving it to pretty much anybody at some point. Brian said 4-2-3-1. Alisson, Trent, Gomez, Van Dijk, Robbo, Naby, Milner, Salah, Bobby, Mane, Shaqiri. 4-2-3-1. So we're going what? In this system, Brian, I ask everybody this. Are you having Salah as the one in that system? So you're putting Shaqiri out onto the left or the right? If you're putting Salah as the one, I'd rather move Mane over to the right to put him back in his natural position. 100% agree. People handing 3 points to City every other week. It's... Yeah, look, as I've said, in one hand, the City have earned that. Their performances have struck fear into teams, and it's up to us to do the same. But in another breath, I do think that they deserve... They should put up a better performance against Manchester City a lot of the time. Whether they get their ass handed to them or not. They're professional athletes. They're supposed to want to go out there and fucking win. Going out there to... Especially like a boxer going into a fight and covering up for the entire fight. And just looking to get through it. Okay, where else have we got? Somebody said their dad is going to the game. Who was that? Chaz Fox said my dad is going to the match. I hope he enjoys it, pal. I've been lucky enough to go to 3 Merseyside derbies so far and 2 wins and a draw, so not too bad. I was there for the 4-0 win when Lukaku... Was it his ACL that he did in that game? It was the year, the 13-14. I was blessed. What a win that was. Fucking great game of football. I was also there for the 1-1 where Jagielka scored that worldie that they absolutely didn't deserve. I think that was 1-1 anyway. I'm fairly sure it was 1-1. But there's one where Jagielka scored that worldie that they didn't deserve whatsoever. Harry said, personally I think Hendo's a great player that does what Klopp tells him to every week. People are critical of him because he doesn't score 30-yard volleys and isn't Steven Gerrard. That's one thing he certainly suffers from, and whoever took the captaincy after Stevie G was going to suffer the same. If you're not Steven Gerrard, you're going to get abuse, and nobody's going to be fucking Steven Gerrard. Good that I couldn't make the game, had to let the ticket go, said Kev. Oh, that must have been tough, pal. That really must have been tough. But look, you probably made somebody else's weekend, so you can look at it that way as well. There'll be other games. You finally said it, Craig. So frustrated with these teams just taking the loss against City. The best formation to play is 3-4-3. Exactly. Just go and fucking have a go against them. Wolves did it. Wolves did it tremendously earlier on in the season as well. They just didn't lie down. Although they got beaten 2-1 tonight by Cardiff, so there you go. So frustrated with these teams just taking the loss against City. The best formation is 3-4-3. Excuse me, my mate said to me that Mo Salah is a one-season wonder. Your mate's a fucking clown, Dylan, with all due respect, pal. I'm sick of hearing that about Mo Salah. He's a one-season wonder. But he's only fucking played 1 season in the Premier League for Liverpool, so how can it be anything but? Let him go on and have a second season. Let's see what numbers he does at the end of the year. You can't call anything now. He's on 7. 7 goals already this year. And we're not even at Christmas. He'll definitely do 20-25 by the end of the season. And if that's a one-season wonder, then give me a few more fucking one-season wonders on 20 or 25 goals a year, please. Craig, you say dirty, very funny. I thought it when you said dirty girl. I don't know. I'll just say it the way it comes out, pal. Craig, can you believe the nerve? Had a guy say earlier that we are the Man United of this year, lucky to be second, and the guy said Hendo was useless. Lucky to be second. United last year got second because they got more points than most other people. It was fucking plain as day. We can say we concentrated in the Champions League. Doesn't matter. United got second in the league last year. Well done to them. Fair fucks. We're second because we deserve to be second. Anything else is just absolute fucking stupidity. Show me the lucky results that we had. Show me the fluky wins that we had. Show me the decisions we got that we shouldn't have got that affected games, that changed it in our favour. Didn't happen. We're second because we're unbeaten. Simple. I'd love a dirty player like Cara. That would be someone's legs like Wayne, Granny Shagger, Rooney, and make them bleed. Bit much, pal. Looking for blood, but we've got players in there. We've got players that'll be wound up for it. I think Naby could be that player though. Naby is a vicious little fucker. The best of times. So I think the derby would definitely suit Naby. Still wouldn't mind the Dirk Cow Flying Kung Fu challenge, said Brian. What a man. Fucking love Dirk. Expect to bump into Hendo haters when on social media. I've been on Twitter for 3 weeks and even the rabbits already had to endure abuse, said Rod. It's tough, pal, on social media, particularly on Twitter. Twitter is the most bipolar of all social medias, and I don't mean disrespect anybody with bipolar there. It was just the easiest way I could explain to Rod what way it is. You go on there after a win and you couldn't find a better place most of the time. You go on after a loss, well, actually you just don't go on after a loss, Rod. You give it a day or two to cool down before you go on there. When we lose, I post what I have to post and get the fuck out of there. I don't look at the comments, I don't reply to it. I just give my views on it and step away from it. Everton are going down 2-1, said Liverpool Legends. I think 3-0. I really think we're going to beat them 3-0. Hello Craig, said Nelson. How are you, mate? Great to have you with us. Can I get a moderator / wrench on that? We are not gonna. We're gonna pause that for the time being. Actually, the mods. Me and Connor have to have a chat about this. There's been too many people cutting out comments and stuff that didn't need to be done. So rather than keep handing out spanners, we're just gonna have a little pause about it for the time being. But nobody take this as a slight against them because it doesn't mean anything. We respect the fuck out of each and every one of you, and we're privileged to have you here with us. So please don't take this as a dig. It's just something we have to reevaluate for the time being. These comments about Hendo are coming from the millennials, I'm sure. Can we say that, Kev? I don't know if I've... In my heart of hearts, I think that a lot of these comments are coming from younger fans. Or younger... Well, can I even call them fans? Younger people. And I don't mean to disrespect younger football fans because I've had chats with so many. I mean, Connor's 20 years of age. I'd consider him a younger fan. But I consider him a very knowledgeable, well-rounded fan. Some of the stuff is just too reactionary. They're expecting too much. They don't live in the real world. They don't understand. Maybe they just don't have enough life experience to get been through the lows. I don't know. I don't want to disrespect younger fans because there's many, many fantastic younger fans out there. But I would say it's fair to say that in my experience, the majority of these fucking idiots hating Jordan Henderson, calling him a whatever, and loving and many other things, and not just not rating them. I mean, I'm talking about the ones that blatantly at them on social media, call them frauds, all the shit that is just unacceptable. Yeah, I would say, pal, that they probably are. The majority of them have been younger people. That is what it is from my experience, and as I said, I don't mean to disrespect younger football fans, but that's been my experience. I wouldn't say it's easy 3 points, Craig. They've gotten better, I'm being honest. We need to be up for it. Chelsea through with them, can't forget that. Yeah, look, Tony, all joking aside, pal, this is probably the best Everton side we've had to play in quite a few years, so I totally understand where you're coming from. I just like to fucking wind people up by putting the stuff in as well in the title of the stream. But you're right, it's not going to be the easiest game we've had, but we still should be beating them. Okay, some more comments I need to get through. Fucking hell, have I gone too far up? Sometimes I just lose track of where I am in these. They got decent signings in the summer. Then Barca signings played off well for them. Have they? Really? I don't know, man. Have they? Has Gomes done much for them? I don't know. I don't watch Everton too much. For me, Sigurdsson and Richarlison are probably their two better players, but as I said, I haven't watched them too much. Can you imagine if Twitter was around in 2005? It would have been a total meltdown at half time. I think you said that yesterday, Christopher, and it got me thinking, buddy. I sat there last night thinking about exactly that. It would have been fucking mental. I was thinking around if Twitter was around when I was going out with birds when I was younger as well. Fucking hell, I'd have been hung out to dry, pal. I'm so glad it wasn't. I love social media, but I'm so glad it wasn't around when I was a kid. Craig, I'd like to see a new shape in our midfield. I play Fabinho holding with Keita inside left and Trent inside right with Firmino playing behind Salah and Mane. First things first, Neil. I fucking love you for saying inside left and inside right, pal. I love that. I love the old school shit. So well in on that one. But yeah, I get you. Firmino holding, Keita inside left, Trent inside right, Firmino playing behind Salah and Mane. I've often wondered, Neil, why we haven't really gone at a three at the back. It just seems we have the players to play it. I wonder if we'll see Klopp give it a try at some point this season. Guys, who should try get tickets for United or Everton at Anfield? Guys, who should I try get tickets for United or Everton at Anfield? Everton for me, pal. I haven't been to a United Liverpool game actually. It's one of the few clubs I haven't got tickets to see us play yet. Seen us play Arsenal, seen us play Spurs, seen us play Chelsea on a few occasions. Been to 3 derbies. Been against Newcastle a couple of times, Sunderland, but never seen us play United. So I can't really give you an opinion on that one, pal, but you can't go wrong going to a derby, Scotty. Nightbot doesn't like people saying the name we shouldn't say. That Nightbot, I swear to God, I think he's gone power mad. Salah's stats are as good as Kane's, if not better, but everyone says Kane is tired after the World Cup. Salah's a one-season wonder. Maybe Salah's tired too. To be fair to Kane, he was called a one-season wonder for about fucking 3 years, wasn't he? But yeah, you're right. He's English. He's going to get a break from the media, let's be honest. Salah came back to this season, as Klopp said, still not quite 100%. I fucking hate Twitter. I have an account, but I ain't use it. Who knows how long people remember my name or I can't even remember my name or password. I got through phases, man. I'm like that with Facebook. I just refuse to go near Facebook. Even when we set up Anfield Agenda and other podcasts, I've always said straight out, I'm not having anything to do with a Facebook account. Mickey Friars runs our Facebook account, and with a few other people, I have to say, with the help of Raptor and a few others. But for me, I fucking stay clear of it. I hate Facebook. Maybe you should start taking spanners away from people who don't come back to the channel within 2 weeks. Almost 5,000 subs, Craig. We don't see them that often. Do you know what, mate? I don't know. I don't know. If they're not coming back, then they're not really doing much harm. So I don't see the point in taking it off them. I don't want to take it away from anybody. I just feel sometimes people, they're trying to do the right thing, but they're just acting a little bit too quickly. Sometimes it's as much fun to poke at these fuckers and have a little bit of fun with them. And then sometimes you see people coming in, like the 2 gents yesterday. We had a United fan and a City fan, and they came in and their first comment was a little bit bantery, but we let it go, and they turned out to be 2 smashing fellas, and we had a great chat with them, and it was enjoyable hearing their point of view. Tom said likes, baby. Please do. As was pointed out there by Mr. RJC, we are closing in on 5,000 subscribers. Now, I'm not saying we're fucking going to hit it tonight. We're 200 and something away. But we're getting towards what was our season's target. So if you're watching this, guys, so you're watching this on Twitter, because this is going out on Periscope as well, on Twitter and, of course, live on Periscope. If you're watching this, head over to the channel. Do hit that subscribe button. Do hit the like button. Join the family here. All the content is free. As you can see, we've great fun here every night. Really interesting people in the chat. They're the best in the world. I love each and every one of them. I really do. I couldn't imagine my nights not coming on here, actually. It's some nights... Yeah, look, there are some nights none of us want to come on. Let's be honest, we're having a shitty day. But I come on here and I talk to you guys, and I go off here feeling absolutely better than when I came on. That much I can promise you. So, guys, join the family here. This is a community channel. You've nothing to lose. You won't even get ads. You won't even have to watch ads on this channel, because YouTube don't like us, so they just don't allow us to have any income. So you don't even have to sit through ads. You can just come and watch the stuff live. Don't have to worry about those pesky little ads popping up. John, well, no, that was Rod answering somebody. Gomes and Gay have been excellent in all fairness. Did he come from Barcelona? Where did they sign him from? I don't know where the fuck he came from. Gomes, as I said, I haven't seen play that much because I haven't watched much of Everton. Then there's the little left back fraud that pretended that he chose Everton and he turned down Liverpool because he wanted to play for Everton. Supported him all his life by all accounts. What a fucking gobshite. Where did they sign Gay from? I never knew who they signed to because I don't pay much attention to them. We beat Watford 3-0 and they're about the same level, if not slightly behind. We're playing Everton at home. Take it at what it is. It's a derby, but we should make short work of them. 2-0 at least, said the Rev and I. I'm with you, pal. I think it as well. We should beat them 3-0 in my eyes. 3-0, 3-1, 4-1, whatever, but we're clearly a better side. I seen Toffee TV went on Redman TV and he's been doing well. They've done their starting 11. Good stuff. Well done. Great to have both of them on there. I'm sure it was an interesting chat. I've got no interest in talking to an Everton fan, to be fair, except for Gareth, the fellow that jumps in here every night, who's a gent. But other than that, do I want to hear what an Evertonian has to say about their season? I couldn't give a fuck, if I'm being honest. If I was to have to sit there and sit through that, I'd be making all the right noises. I'd be nodding my head and saying, yeah, and inside I'd be going, couldn't care, don't give a fuck. You're nobody to me, don't care, fuck you, fuck Everton. Can we get back to talking about Liverpool now, please? Which is why I don't do stuff like that, because I couldn't be fake. I couldn't do it. I couldn't feign interest in what he had to say. Tried to do it on a podcast before. We had an Everton fan on. Oh, spent the whole time going, I don't care, pal. Honestly, fuck you and your club. Blue and white chai, blue and white chai, hello, 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 hello. Blue and white chai, blue and white chai, hello, hello. It's in the chat, I'm not just singing it for the sake of it. Ben put it in the chat. I wonder if we get the old Christmas song as well. I wonder if we get the Everton Christmas song popping out as well. If Salah scores 20 to 25 goals, that for me is a good return, said Christopher. Damn right it is, pal. Nothing wrong with 25 goals in a season. Absolutely not. Considering he's not actually our striker, on paper anyway, he wasn't bought as a striker. If you could give me 20 to 25 goals from each one of that front three, then I would fucking sign it right now. When are your shoes arriving, Craig, said Jason. I don't know, pal, I only ordered them today. I had to think which pair, to be fair, because I've ordered a couple of pairs, but the ones you're talking about, I gather, are the Liverpool ones. I don't know, they were fucking pricey enough though. I ordered them blindly. I just went, before I'd seen them, I promised myself I was buying them no matter what the cost were. I had the credit card in my hand before I even went onto the site. But they're beautiful, they're fucking lovely. For anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about, Liverpool released what they call, I want to pull it up so you can see the actual image, the 24/7s, but they're the away 24/7s, the new trainers. I just want to pull up a picture of it so I can show you guys them, because maybe some of you haven't seen them. I absolutely fucking love them. I ordered myself a pair today. There you go. Look at those babies, fucking delicious. So they're on the New Balance site if anybody wants to go on and get themselves a pair. And if you happen to be a size 12.5, or you're a lady or a kid and you're under a size 6, then you can get the really nice red ones as well, because they only have them in 6 or 6, 5.5, 5, 4.5 and 3.5. And then they go all the way, they only have them in a 12.5. The red ones, the ones that were out earlier on, absolutely lovely. But those ones, they're called the LFC 247 away. Absolutely fucking love them. Cannot wait for them to arrive. They're never going on my feet, ever. They're just going to sit in a box. I'm going to pull them out, hug them every so often, put them back in the box and enjoy them from there. What else have we got? Somebody said, Craig, do you prefer Gomez or blah blah blah? Where is it? Sorry guys, just trying to catch up. Where is it? There we go. Craig, do you prefer Gomez at centre back or right back? I prefer centre. 100% centre back, Logan. I don't want him at right back. I don't understand why Klopp does it. Well, no, technically I understand why he does it, but I just don't like it. I don't like him at right back. Play him at centre. We'd never dream of playing Virgil van Dijk at right back. Play him at centre back. He's a centre back. You have Nathaniel Klein there. You have Trent Alexander-Arnold. I don't see the point of it, which is another reason why I think a 3 at the back could work. You imagine our 3 at the back. You're talking about Dejan Lovren, Virgil van Dijk and Joe Gomez. For me, that is a back 3 that has enough mobility about it. It has enough class about it. It has enough football, like centre backs that can put the ball on the ground and play. I just think we're perfect for 3 at the back. I hope to God we see it happen. If we were to go 3 at the back, though, we'd need to bring in another centre back, because we couldn't just rely on having Matip as backup. That just wouldn't be good enough. You need more. Because 2 go out and you're fucked. Where else have we got? A lot of people saying centre back, centre back. Why is there loads of numbers in the chat? What's 52, 47, 13? I'm losing track of all these numbers that people are putting in the chat. Unless it's your ages. Guys in this chat are either 47 or 13, said Rod. I'm 37, so I'm in the middle, Rod. Oh hell, no thanks to being 3 again. I don't know what you're saying there. Gomez on loan from Barcelona. I know that one, yeah. Andre Gomes, but Idris Gay. Where did he come from? Villa. There you say. I can see you put it in the chat, Brian. Sorry. Thank you for that one. Never would have known that actually. LY streams, said Chronic Keen. Mate, if you're trying to spam, that's not really a great spam. You could have done better than that one. Toffee TV can get fucked. He wore a Ramos shirt as banter. I mean, if he wore a Ramos shirt into my studio, then he'd be going out with a fucking chair across the head. Fucking Ramos shirt as banter. Fuck off. Wouldn't even be. That wouldn't even go out. Because he'd have walked in and he'd been told to get the fuck out and it'd have cancelled the show. Not a fucking chance would some fucking prick come walking in. And I don't know this guy, so I don't mean to call him a prick because I don't know the gentleman. But there's not. Fuck off. Ramos shirt as banter. Fuck you and your Ramos shirt. I mean, fucking swallowing the Ramos shirt. Fuck off. I love your thumbnails and video titles, said Wesley. Thank you, mate. But that's me and Connor. Me and Connor have a little chat every day, and he just says, "What do you want?" And I'm lucky enough that I can just give him a rough idea, and he runs with it. And he's so talented that he's able to do it. It's nothing to do with me, Wesley. Connor is the brains behind this operation. I don't know what the fuck I am. I mean, I'm not the looks. He's definitely the brains. But yeah, a lot of people comment on them. The fucker made me pose in about 20 different ways in front of a white wall so we could get a load of different images to put in. So he's got quite a few to play with. Manny scoring all around, Copite singing, having fun. 'Tis the season, love and understanding. Merry Christmas, Everton. I cannot wait to hear that song. And this will be Liverpool's official Rainbow Laces game as well, which is great to see. I'm not even going to pretend to be up on the whole LGBT community thing. But what I can say is, I love people who love people. And whether you're male, whether you're female, whether you love men, whether you love women, whether you love both, as long as you love, to me, then I'll love you. And I love where you're coming from. Because love is fucking powerful. So to see Liverpool supporting this, and I'm a little bit ignorant on the whole LGBT scene, I have to admit, but I love love, and I love anybody who loves and gives love out into the world. So whether you're a man marrying a man, a woman marrying a woman, or you like to dip in and out of both, if that's your thing, happy fucking days. Love for me is a beautiful thing. So to see Liverpool supporting that cause, love it. Absolutely love my club. Proud of them. Proud of the Premier League, and long may it continue. So well done to everybody involved. I did have a little thought with the laces distract me if I was playing, because I'm a fucking weirdo and bright things like that might distract me, but I love it. I'm so proud of the league, so proud of the club. Yeah, so well in. You can't argue with love. That's what I'm saying. Like, how anybody can think love is wrong, I'll never know. So to those ignorant fuckers that do, open your fucking hearts, guys. Open your hearts. I mean, what's stopping you? Personally, I don't give two hoots about any other team, so I don't visit any channel that ain't LFC. Couldn't care less, said John. I'm like you, John. Couldn't give a fuck. The odd time I get sent stuff from Garky Poo, and I just have a little chuckle and just think, man, me special little soldier. But other than that, I've no interest. Everybody eat blue M&M's so we can all have blue shy for breakfast. I'm happy to donate mine. Gark's got them shoes. Oh, my shoes. Yeah, no, he wouldn't. I wouldn't surprise me. I mean, he's fucking hosting Liverpool watch-alongs at the minute. Wouldn't surprise me at all if he's fucking buying Liverpool shoes. Probably see him wearing Liverpool kit next week. Do you know what? He's the type of fella who could come on one week and have the United stand turned into the fucking Liverpool stand, sitting there in the Liverpool kit and swear blind he's been a Liverpool fan his entire life. and actually convince some people that he was always a Liverpool fan. That what United stand? What are you talking about? I've been a Liverpool fan my entire life, and some people would fucking fall for it. I like Bale a lot. I like Bale a lot. I like Bale. I like Gareth Bale as well, to be fair, pal. He's a fantastic footballer when he's not injured. Craig, you're so beautiful. Thank you, Rod. Thank you. I mean, I will send nudes if it's requested. It won't be of me, but I'll send nudes. All you need is love, said Paul. There you go. All the hippie is coming out in all of us now. I didn't enjoy the PSG game. We weren't good enough. I would change the midfield completely against Everton. Give Keita, Fabinho and Shaqiri a chance. They need to play, pal. They need to play. Sorry, I was just reading back through your comment. That was the little pause there. What have we got to lose? Fabinho has to get a game at some time, and Keita is just fucking mustard. Arab games? Come on, pal. That's not right. You can do better than that. I'm sure you come in to have a bit of fun or have a chat, but let's keep the slaggings to a minimum. No, has my screen frozen? No, it hasn't. Well done, Craig. LGBT support. Live and let live. Absolutely. Love and let love, pal. Why not? Okay, have I anything else there? What else we got? Love to comment in short sentences to make sure your comments are the only ones seen. Oh, sorry, my chat froze for a second. I knew there was more underneath. Apologies. When you're not streaming, do you do fantasy football? Yes, Wesley, I do. Very fucking badly. Very badly, but yeah, I do. I'm not even going to pretend that I don't try, mate. I do. I really do. I tinker with my team far too much, and I'm just terrible at it. But I definitely do. Thomas Gaming, hello Craig, how are you? What's your prediction for the Everton game? 3-0 Thomas, and I'm very well, thank you. I'm just getting over a bit of a virus that had me on my arse for a few days, but I'm doing quite well, thank you, pal. I hope you're doing well as well. His real name is Brent. I love that people say that, and he lives in Nottingham. Craig looks at what Kinder and free range eggs for nude. Look at them, mate. I'd be balls deep in them. I wouldn't be looking at them. I'd be balls deep in those Kinder eggs. White chocolate all over the shop. I don't eat eggs, so I wouldn't. Nah, eggs don't do it for me. I kind of guessed that, but still the first time I've seen you. Said Brian, he zooms. When's the New Balance deal over? I take Nike. They want to make our kits. I've looked at the Barca kits they made, and they're all mint. I think we have at least another season, I think, after this year, from what I remember. I'd never ever want Liverpool to be wearing Nike kits. That's just a personal preference. Go back to Adidas if you've got to leave New Balance. And I like New Balance. I like their kits, I like their clothes, I like their runners. But if we were to leave Adidas, just think about it this way. If we went back to Adidas, then immediately we'd be able to buy the retro shirts with the Adidas logos on them. And how fucking sweet would that be? Imagine being able to get these fellas here with the fucking Adidas logo on them. All the old shirts. It would be beautiful. So I'd rather us go back to Adidas just for that reason. It's Alex said 2-0 victory for the Reds. Van Dijk to score 2. Nice. Liverpool 4, Everton 0, said Ben. Salah to get a hat-trick and Sturridge to score one. Oh, Ben, a fucking hat-trick for Salah would shut some people up. Although they'd still find some way of belittling his hat-trick, saying that it was only against Everton or it was easy. It was only one left-footed volley from 25 yards, one scissor kick and a header from the edge of the box. Piece of piss. Fuck Nike, said Mr. RJC. Anfield agenda nude calendar for Christmas. Have you not got yours, Rod? Here, pal. They're a number one seller in Australia. Anfield Agenda's 2019 nude calendar is... I mean, us and Jason Donovan were neck and neck. Confident of a clean sheet. I think they'll get 1, said Brian. I'm confident of a penalty in this game, actually, for Liverpool. I'm saying that now, I've just jinxed it, haven't I? There'll be a fucking one for the Blues. I'm confident of a penalty. I don't know why, I just feel like one. We can't rule out a Van Dijk header. He has form. First ever game. Bang, take that. Nike is a sporting symbol for teams who break FFP rules, unless you're Spurs. Yeah, fuck Nike. I'm on that. I'm on that train. Not that they've ever done anything on me, but fuck Nike anyway. I don't like them. I wear a few of their clothes, but I'm an Adidas boy through and through. I love Nike too much. Checks over stripes. Oh no, man. Adidas, 3 stripes all the way. Salah hat trick. Salah's the new Rushy, said Patbot. Where can I get that kit from, Craig? This one I have on me, pal. Where did I get this one from? I don't even know what the guy's name is anymore. He keeps changing it because he keeps being closed down. Cameron, you're on Twitter, aren't you, pal? Message me on Twitter or DM me on there and I'll try and find the link to it. Actually, do you know what? Give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds and I'll get you the link. I know we're live on here, guys, but I'm sure a few people might like to find it. Hang on. Sorry, I know this isn't making for fucking amazing viewing, but I'm trying to help a brother out. Is that one? Nope. I'll know the image as soon as I see it, so bear with me 1 second, pal. Oh, come on. Every other day I look for this shirt, it'd be there in 2 seconds. That's it, I think, is it? There, that's the guy. Oh, why is that on fucking Reddit? They've just robbed the picture. I can't find it at this moment in time, Cameron, but I will get it to you, pal, don't worry. Where is his fucking site? I bought this 2 or 3 years ago, so I don't even know if the guy's still in business or not. Where the fuck? He does so many, by the way. He does international shirts. He has the Ireland Italian 90 shirt. All the old England shirts. He's absolutely quality. They take a while to come to you though. If you order them, they take about a month before you get them. But what's it called? Yeah, I can't find it at this moment, pal. I don't want to hold up the entire stream. I feel like a dick doing that. I will get it to you though, Cameron. Just message me on Twitter, pal, and I promise you I'll get back to you with the link. I just can't find it at this moment in time. Sorry. And sorry to people that were watching that were going, what the fuck is this lad doing? I assume you're back in VVD to score a header again, said Brian. No, I'm not actually. I've knocked betting on the head. I've decided no, I need to have a break for it. I'm not enjoying my football as much when I've got money on it. It's making me too anxious, particularly if I have big money on stuff. So I've decided to knock it on the head and just sit back and enjoy the games instead. The club online store do retro shirts. Yeah, but they don't have the Adidas on them, Paul. That's the thing. I have a few of the shirts, retro. I have a few of the retro shirts. And they're really, really nice. Score Draw. The guys we've given away a few Score Draw shirts before. They make some beautiful LFC retro shirts. And in fact, they're some of the ones that are on sale at the club shop. So scoredraw.com if you're looking for ones. But they won't have the Adidas on them. But they're really good quality shirts. My favourite jersey of all time is the 93-94, but don't have it, said Jason. It's a nice shirt. I've so many favourites. Most of my favourites have been away shirts though. Like the green and white chessboard shirt with the grandad collar. Love that. The yellow Liverpool kit with the little black logos all over it from like the same year as the green and white one. Love it. Fucking love those kits. My Lovely Horse. Love that song. The Anfield rap video with all the lads with Adidas. They'll always be classic hit for me. You're beginning to look like Rafa a little bit, Craig. I'm just, do you know what? This is my attempt at growing a beard. That's how pathetic my facial hair is. And I haven't shaved the sides. This isn't me like trying to grow a goatee. This is Craig's fucking full on attempt at a beard. I've shaved from like here down. But all the sides, all this pathetic prepubescent fluff, that's about as much facial hair as I can grow. So I'm doing my best. I'm giving it a go, seeing how far I can go before I feel so dirty that I have to shave. But as it stands, this is me having a go at growing some type of facial hair, and it's fucking pathetic. Is it a fake old school top? Send me the link as well, said Skipper Dog. Again, I will do. Just message me and I'll send it to you. Anybody to message me on Twitter. 1987-88 Adidas top in red and white long sleeve. Very stylish. Where should I get the home top with Robbo on it? Always from the club, Scotty. Always from the club, because if you order from Liverpool, you get the beautiful Liverpool font, and it's gorgeous. I love the Liverpool font. I love the little LFC crest on the bottom of the numbers. So that's where I'd suggest you get it from. I think we need to come out pushing straight from the off, because we haven't been going for it in the past few games. We need to step it up a little bit to rattle teams from the off, said It's Alex. Mate, I absolutely agree 100% with that comment. Do you remember when Klopp first came in? We used to fucking tear into teams from the off. And yes, we sometimes ran out of steam, but a lot of the time we were three goals up by 60 minutes or so. Yeah, just fucking hammer them. I agree. We should just, for a while, just why not? Just rip into them. Beard, I thought it was caused by that virus. Could be, Rod, could be. You never know. I love Nike because of the preferences, but I can't wear Adidas with Madrid and United. I've always preferred Barca to Madrid, and United are just a bunch of knobs. They are, but we had Adidas kits for a long time, so for me, I love Adidas. I'm trying to get black, green and white Adidas retro sweatshirt. Impossible to get though. I think I know the one that you're on about. Is it the one that has the 3 white here? Oh, no, on the sweatshirt it has them down here actually, doesn't it? On the stomach. The silver candy away kit was the first ever kit I got, 88. Exactly the same, Brian. That was my first kit, which is why I love this year's home kit so much. It reminds me of that kit. Or not home kit, sorry, third kit. It reminds me of that kit. I love it. I bought it in Sligo. I've no idea why I ended up in Sligo. I was fucking 7 years of age. It was my birthday in Sligo, and somehow ended up in a sports shop with my dad getting that shirt. Can I order online from that shop? Yes, if they have it, Scotty. And they do runs of certain shirts. So say for instance they'll do 3 Liverpool shirts and they'll do a run of them for a month, and then they'll do another few, but you can sign up to the mailing list and stuff like that. I still want that autograph, Craig. You're a true legend. You don't want to see the state of my writing for a start. I'll let you pick, chat. Who should I get on my top? There you go. Scotty's letting everybody contribute. Who should he get on his top? Kate is who I got on my away shirt this year. Robbo's another good show. Firmino, Salah. I mean, there's fucking loads of names. So yeah, let the chat pick. There's the link for a score draw. Thank you, Patbot. If anybody wants to have a look on there and have a look at their kits, really good quality. You seen me wearing one the other day, or was it yesterday? It was the day before yesterday, I think, and that was a score draw shirt. Wait, let me just check. I think I have a few more things that I had wrote down to go through tonight ahead of the derby. Oh yes, Virgil van Dijk has been nominated for the PFA Player of the Month award. I knew there was something I was forgetting to say. If anybody wants to go and vote for Virgil van Dijk, the easiest way I can say it to you now is to go onto the Anfield Agenda Twitter account, and there's a pinned tweet on there, and it has the link to vote for Virgil van Dijk in the Player of the Month awards. You can get it on the Liverpool site as well. There's probably a few more links around, but just to be quick about it, the easiest way I can say is go over to Twitter if you're on Twitter at Anfield Agenda, and it's pinned there. No, it's not. It's on my account. Sorry, I'm lying to you. It's not on Anfield Agenda. It's at my account. So if you want to go over there, go onto my account, and it's pinned there. It's the pinned tweet. What is my new Twitter handle? Fuck. The embarrassment. I don't even know my own Twitter handle because I changed it recently. What is it? Yeah, at Cop Craig. There you go. Nice and straightforward. So at Cop Craig if you're on Twitter. It's pinned there. You can vote straight from that link. I'm getting a new shirt tomorrow, lads. So I get Keita, Robertson or Shaqiri. I'd go with Keita or Robertson. But, you know, up to you, pal. Whatever your preference is. Get mad for the jokes. Heavy metal football for the next 3 games, said Kev. We could do with it, pal. We could do with it. Imagine going out and giving Everton a fucking kicking. I mean, a real kicking. That would lift morale everywhere. The club would be on a bit of a crest then, going into the busy festive period. So, fuck, absolutely. I hope we do. I mean, I don't want to see another stale performance. Another hard working, industrious but dull performance that doesn't really produce much. Would you do a Q&A live? Of course, absolutely, Alex. I mean, this is your channel. You guys suggest anything. If it's what you guys want to do, we'll do it. It's a community channel. Happy to do whatever you guys want. Lars, buddy, always a pleasure. Talk to you soon. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, if you're paying by the letter, said Brian. Smack Everton, then smack United the week after, and a little bit of a smack to Burnley as well in midweek on the way. Why not? It'd be rude not to. One last topic actually. I did my research tonight. I had some stuff ready for you guys. What part of Dublin did you grow up in? Shankill is where I'm from, Jason. The very, very, very south part of Dublin. The last part of Dublin before County Wicklow. So Premier League clubs will be required to drastically reduce the number of players sent out on loan from the 2021 season, or 2020-2021 season, excuse me. The final number hasn't been agreed yet, but it's thought that it's going to be somewhere between 6 and 8 players that each Premier League club can loan out. Now, to put that into perspective, Liverpool currently have 16 players out on loan. And I believe Chelsea, I could be wrong on this is working off memory, I think they've in excess of 40 players on loan. So if Premier League clubs are forced to reduce that down to somewhere between 6 and 8, that's a lot of young players that are going to have to find football somewhere or stay at their clubs. So look, I'd love to know your thoughts on that. It's quite a big issue. I shouldn't have left it to the end because it's an important issue. What's your thoughts on this? And it's something that's definitely going to be coming in. They just haven't decided on the exact number yet. But it'll be somewhere between 6 and 8 players that each Premier League club are allowed to loan out. And as I said, Liverpool currently have 16 players out on loan. So let me know your thoughts on that one, guys. Rod, good night, buddy. Go feed the bunny. Or good morning to you, Rod. Sorry, good morning. I forgot you're in Oz and it's morning time. Is it Wicklow or Wexford you're in now? It's Wexford, Jason. I live in Gorey at this moment in time, pal. Which is very, very, very north or south Wexford. Or North Wicklow. Yeah, South Wexford, just over the North Wicklow border. It takes me about 40 minutes to get back to where I grew up from where I'm living now, which isn't too bad. If Standard Chartered leave as sponsors, who would you take? I'd go old school and get the Candy sponsorship back. I don't think they'd quite be able to pay what we'd be asking for, buddy. Who would I like? Oh, that's a tough one. Who would I like as sponsors? Whatever looks good on the fucking shirt. That's the thing. Carlsberg, I'll take them back in a heartbeat. They do rather nicely if they pony up the dough. Carlsberg would be nice to see back on the shirts. Aldi or Lidl, can you imagine the fucking state of it? You'd never live that down. Imagine going out and spending 70 quid and name a number on the back of the shirt and fucking Aldi plastered on the front of it. Honestly, imagine. Fucking hell. Carlsberg all day long for Jason. Chelsea have 38, said Brian. There you go. 38 players out on loan, and they have to get that down to 6 or 8 by 2020, 2021. That's a lot of fucking young players that are going to need to find football somewhere or be kept at the clubs. And if they're going to keep the young players at the clubs, then they better come up with a fucking better youth system, a better league or a better competitive environment for these guys to play football in. Would you take Iniesta on loan the rest of the season? No, he's well past it, mate. For the Premier League anyway. I mean, Iniesta, it's hard to be disrespectful of a player who was so fucking brilliant. But no. I only want players coming into Liverpool that have a future. No short-term fixes. Could we not just have Diet Chav instead of Standard Chartered? That's what the dream is, mate. Diet Chav, just Chav even. Just Chav. Chav on the front of the shirts, there you go. Terrible idea considering how bad the reserve league quality is. Again, just as I said, pal, they need to do something about that. Stop swearing. Go and fuck yourself, mate, is my answer to that with all due respect. I'd swear if I want to swear. If you don't want to listen to it, you're very welcome to fuck off and go. I don't know what else to say. You've asked it nicely, but it is what it is. We've been very open about it from day one, so if you don't like swearing, pal, I apologise if you've got a kid in the room or anything like that, but this is a grown-up channel and we do swear. So I get that it's not for everybody, but it is what it is. Piss off. Look, there he goes. Says stop swearing, then tells me to piss off. Another fucking hypocrite. Honest to God, piss off. Stop swearing, piss off. Stop swearing, piss off. Do you not see that you're a bit of a hypocrite there, Mr. Gaming Brothers 456? Why 456? Could you not go 789 123 246? I don't understand. Anyway, it triggers me. I hate people telling me to stop swearing on a channel that I run with Connor. It's a football channel. If you want fucking PG stuff, then go listen to somebody else. Alpha G, how are you, sir? Great to have you in. Hope you guys are having a cracking night. Pepsi or Coke would be good sponsors. Never say that P word again. Never say that dirty Pepsi stuff. Coca-Cola in its nice white font would look nice on our shirt. It's a good show. I have it, and there'd be no shortage of fucking shillings there either, dirty girl, with Coca-Cola. You know they have deep fucking pockets. See, I'd have more respect, Mr. RJC, if somebody did say stop fucking swearing. I'd actually respect that a hell of a lot more. They'd probably get a nicer response. Do you like Henderson? I feel he gets too much hate from Liverpool fans, asks Ben Rafferty. Yes, Ben, I really do like Henderson. I think he's a fantastic club captain. I wouldn't have him in my starting 11. I can't be two-faced about it. At the moment, I don't think his game is at the level that we need. But is he worth having in the squad? Absolutely. Do I like him as a lad? He seems like a fucking wonderful fella. I've nothing against Jordan Henderson whatsoever, and I despise the people that hate him so much. He gets a little bit too much, as you said, especially from people who proclaim to be Liverpool fans. I'm glad to hear you say that, Ben, so thank you for the comment, Paul. He spelled off wrong, said Alex. Another, there you go. And it wasn't even a troll this time. It's just another person that can't put a sentence together. Can there be an easier word to spell? A? Perhaps? Won't somebody think of the children? That's one of the things that always goes through my head, Brian. Wasn't it the was the Reverend Lovejoy's wife who said that in The Simpsons? I'm sure that's the first time I heard that phrase. Please look at my earlier comment. Oh, I hate when people do that. Just put the comment in again. Make me do the fucking work. Didn't I tell you loads of times I'm a lazy bastard? Hang on, let me see if I can find it. When Tranmere Rovers had home bargain sponsor, was just like having Aldi. Yeah, but it's Tranmere Rovers, so kind of fits. And I love Tranmere, by the way. Prenton Park was actually the first ground I went to over in Liverpool. Before I'd ever went to Anfield, I went to Prenton Park. This is not the Disney Channel, said Tom Boland. It isn't, but to the same time, I do understand swearing isn't for everybody. But they also have to understand that it is for me and it is for the people that are on here, or at least they put up with it. I'm not going to change my ways for anybody. If that costs me 10,000 followers or subscribers, then so be it. I'd rather have 10,000 less and be honest about who I am than be a fraud. Thoughts on us using heavy-ish, or thoughts on us being heavy-ish linked with Rabiot, said Codlover. I've seen a link today saying Arsenal are really trying to get Ramsey to sign a contract with Juventus so they can go about getting Rabiot in. I've also seen links to Barcelona, very strong links there. Liverpool have been linked, and Rabiot is an admirer of Liverpool. That's open and honest, so he's talked about that before. Would I like him at the club? Yes, absolutely. Probably not the player or the position we need sorted out the most, but he's an excellent footballer who's running down his contract. I would happily take him. But as I said, I've seen today Arsenal are really, really looking to get him in, and with Ramsey going out, so I don't know where he's going to end up. I've always felt like Barcelona, but some people feel he's really just playing a game of cat and mouse with PSG to get an improved deal. Do Apple sponsor anyone? Do you know what? That's a really good question, dirty girl. I don't know. Do they? I don't know if Apple's sponsoring a football club or a sports team or anything like that. Can somebody perhaps put one in if they do know of them? That's a really good shout, actually. Imagine that, a company as big as Apple. I would have been sure that they'd sponsor somebody, but I can't think of anyone. Last 15, pick a player you'd want in your foxhole. What's a foxhole, Tom? You've confused me there. No worries, CJW. I was only winding you up, pal. Barry's Tea would be my perfect sponsor. There you go. Proper Irishman there. I don't drink tea, but I would always recommend Barry's Black Label if somebody was looking for tea. The Simpsons. Yeah, I got something right for it. See, Brian, I remembered something for a change. Liverpool going to win 3-0, said Max Walker. I'm with you, pal. That's exactly the score I'm going with. Carlo Ancelotti trying to belittle Anfield. He can go and fuck himself, the chewy eating bastard. Tuchel as well can fuck off with his baguette eating cunty fans. Did you see the state of Paris Saint-Germain at the end of that game? You'd swear that they just won the fucking Champions League. They were giving it big and they're in the dressing room doing their little fucking pathetic dances, filming it for social media, giving it the big one with the fans. The state of it. Talk about small club mentality. The absolute fucking state of that from Paris Saint-Germain. Jesus. It was ridiculous. You're supposed to have, well, you do have one of the best players in the world in Kylian Mbappe. He won a World Cup for God's sake. You've got Neymar there, Mr. fucking Tutu himself, Swan Lake, the Swan Lake of football. Giving it big in there with the fans, celebrating like they just won the competition. They're never going to win it. They're not good enough to win it. But back to your comment about Carlo Ancelotti. Sorry, I just went off him there again, PSG again. Carlo Ancelotti, it was a stupid comment to make. We spoke about this a little bit last night. Why would you try and wind up the Anfield crowd before the game? I mean, they were always going to get a hostile reception because they're an opposition team in a very important game. But now, I think he's ratcheted it up a level or two. Copperberg sales will probably go through the roof this week, or the week of the game, sorry. It's the 12th of December, I think. And of course, I'm not advocating for anything to be thrown at the fucking bus. That should never happen. Red fucking flares, I'm all over that. I mean, I'm all for red flares. I don't care if the bus driver can't see. Slow down, go at 1 mile an hour. It's beautiful to see those red flares. And again, I'm not advocating any injuries or anything like that. So don't fucking at me and don't try and accuse me of wanting people to die or crash bushes, because that isn't the case. I just love seeing those red flares. But yeah, he's after making a rod for his own back. And yeah, he'll regret it. Like every other manager that's tried to belittle the impact of the COP, particularly on European nights, they'll regret it. Chelsea thought they'd seen it all in 2005 when they rocked up. They'd been there before, they played in the league. Nothing prepared them for that one. Pep thought the same. He went with his tail between his legs. Tuchel, as you spoke about, he thought the game was done and dusted when he came over here. Fuck you, Tuchel. Job done. Degsy love him with a header. End of him. We've seen it from the young upstart Hoffenheim manager as well. We've seen it last year from Di Francesco, the Roma manager. They all think that they can come and take what the COP is going to give and take that hostile environment, but they ain't getting jack shit. They're leaving with nothing. They'll be in the Europa League, and best of luck to them in the competition. I think they can go far. What's a foxhole? I'm pissing myself, said Mr. RJC. I've no idea. I didn't know what the foxhole was either. Cameron, thank you, mate. I'll give you that link as soon as I can, buddy. If we get YouTube, then we should be guaranteed monetization, said Mr. RJC. That's a battle that me and Connor are almost about to give up. We've sent so many emails to YouTube because we know the problem is with their algorithm. We know exactly why we've been refused monetization. It's a glitch at their end. It's so straightforward. If we could talk to a human being or get one reply to an email, we'd sort this out and we'd be monetized in 2 minutes. We have smashed the numbers. You need to do a certain amount of hours. We fucking smashed them. Smashed the viewing time, smashed the subscribers. We meet all the requirements. Actually, on that one, I can't believe I'm about to say this because it's mad, but the channel is just about to hit 5 million minutes of watch time. 5 million minutes of watch time. That number scares the shit out of me. So yeah, thank you to everybody that's watched. I know that's small fry with regards to other channels that have been around a lot longer, but for our little channel, our little group here, to get 5 million minutes of watch time is unbelievable. So thank you on behalf of Connor and myself. Thank you. Pornhub could attract new fans, mate. I love that. Fucking Pornhub, perfect. Lash them on the front of the shirt. Balls out on Pornhub, beautiful. You lucky bastards. I don't know what that's about. PSG band seem like they love cocaine, said Mr. RJC. Liverpool 3, Everton 0 or 4, said Scotty. City played Everton, if that was the score. Tom said, it's a Fox military hole where you're making a stand. So, am I looking for somebody there to go into the trenches with? Is that what the question was? I don't know. Can we have the question in idiot English, please, for simpletons like me? Only respectable players at PSG are Gigi Buffon, the young French beast himself, Mbappe, Rabiot and Cavani. Do you know what? To be fair, I know he should have been sent off and all, but I'm a massive fan of Marco Verratti. I think he's a tremendous footballer. Just throw some bloody pig's heart at their buses and paint them red. There you go. Pig's hearts. That'll do. That'll do nicely. I've seen Liverpool and Chelsea had links with Pulisic to move in the summer for 70 million. I don't see that happening, Ben. Not the move. The move could absolutely happen, but with 1 year left on his deal in the summer, for either of those clubs to pay £70 million for a young man that hasn't proven himself as of yet. He's got tremendous potential. He's very marketable, but £70 million does seem an awful lot for a year left on his contract. Hey guys, still angry about the PSG game. Can't wait for the Napoli game today at Empire. It's going to be beautiful. And I really know that Liverpool are going to rise their game and we're going to put in a performance. I can't see anything other than us qualifying. I'm really confident. Craig, can we chuck red flares at Everton's team arrival? Don't ask me, pal. You don't need to ask me. Nothing to do with me. So you know what though, if I was the Liverpool manager, or if I was the Everton manager, I'd make my fucking team walk across Stanley Park down to the game. I don't care if the entire 25, 30, 40, 50,000 fans came walking behind them. Imagine how great that would be. Lads coming out of Anfield, gear bag fucked over their shoulder, strolling down through Stanley Park towards the stadium if they were playing away and vice versa if they were playing at home. How cool would that look? Fucking brilliant. And United, or didn't United, have to use the hotel football or something for their recent game because they couldn't get to the ground on time. Anfield will be shaken on the last match day because the game means so much. I hope we win Olympiacos style. If we had to win Olympiacos style, who do you guys want to be the Stevie G? Who do you want to be the hero to score the winner right at the death? I've asked this question on Twitter and I got some interesting answers, so why not? For the last 15 on here, that's probably as good a question as any. Who would you like to see score that winner? If we're 2-1 up, we need the third goal. The clock ticks on 90. The ball breaks edge of the box. Who do you want to score the winner? Well, I say the winner. The game's already won, but you know what I mean. That third goal that would take us through. Craig, are you streaming from now until the game tomorrow? The game is on Sunday, so it's technically two-way through. But no, I could though. I'm in flying form. I could keep going. Foxhole is a World War II hole that the soldiers dug out, said Skipper Dog. So there you go. I'm getting a history lesson as well. Always love to learn new things. So thank you. Craig, is there no way you can talk to somebody on the phone about it? I've tried even finding a number, Christopher. I've spent hours going down rabbit holes trying to find numbers, emails, anything. It's virtually impossible to find ways of actually getting a hold of somebody on YouTube. What's this? Jason Collins Mannion. The food reviewer. I do reviews on the YouTube. You never seen such a cool dude. Well, you have. I keep it so fly. Do you know why? Cause well, to buy that food. I've no idea what the fuck that means, Jason. To be honest, Craig, I think we won't qualify for the Champions League, but I do think we could go for the Europa League if we won it. We're definitely qualifying, Alex. Come on, pal. Have belief, have faith. And if we don't, then I only want to see the fucking kids playing in the Europa League. I don't want the first teamers to be anywhere near it. It's Premier League from there on out, 100%. That and the FA Cup. Have a word with Trump on Twitter, Craig. He'll get it sorted. I'm not going to try and poke Mr. Trump at all on Twitter or get in any trouble at all with the American government, because I'm going to try and emigrate there at some point. So I don't want to piss Mr. Trump off. As much as I don't like the guy, I'm not even making myself known to them fuckers so they can refuse me a visa at some point. Did you try contacting YouTube via Twitter? I did, AS Empire, on their 3 accounts that I could find, and still got nothing, mate. They don't post very regularly on there. I think it was a couple of days apart between their last post that I've seen. 5 million views, we need to get a life, said Anthony. No, mate, it's beautiful. Do you have a job other than YouTube? Other than YouTube? Oh, I know you're saying that in a complimentary way, but Wesley, I don't make a penny from YouTube, pal. We get some donations from people to help us buy equipment and stuff, which is brilliant. And if anybody does want to help us out, I'm sure you guys know the link at this point. You're probably fucking sick of me putting it in the chat. It's somewhere. I don't know where it is. It's kofi.com/Anfield Agenda, something like that. I don't even want to put it in again. I'm sick of talking about it. But no, mate, I don't have another job as such, as in a single job. Somebody described me as a bit of a kind of Del Boy figure before. I've got my finger in a few different types of pies. Can't work a 9 to 5 because of my son. And because of me as well. I'm just not that type of person. But I do various things for money, mate. I buy and sell things. I've got my fingers in a few little business pies. I get by. All I want to do in life is pay the bills, have enough for a holiday every year, and after that I'm sound. I don't really have too much that I want in life, pal. I used to, I had so many jobs. I used to own and rent taxis at one point. Sold them years back. So many different jobs, buddy. I've tried so many different things. But crack on, the podcast that we're working on, I'm hoping that is going to be my job at some point. I'm hoping that gets us an income, and that me and Connor can actually work as a podcast. That's the dream. That's the dream. It was clear against PSG that we're missing Andy Carroll, said Andre. Pick a player you trust to stand beside. Is this a player that's currently there, Tom, or a player that from the past? I need that cleared up before I answer. We're missing Jay Spearing, not Big Andy. Mane for Max Walker, Naby Keita for Alex, Bobby for Christopher, Trent for Jason. Lazy bastards can't walk over a park, they have to get a bus. That's mad, isn't it? I know for safety reasons and all they'll say they have to do this, but come on, bag over the back, stroll through the park, it'd be fucking deadly. Phil Neal did that on his debut at Goodison, walked through Stanley Park from Anfield. Proper fucking, well done Phil Neal, proper fella. Harry Carling said Naby Keita for him. Henderson for Peter McPeeface. Henderson said Kevlar. That would shut a few people up, wouldn't it? If Hendo scored the goal. I don't care who scores as long as somebody scored, said John. Naby for the Stevie G goal, said Anthony. No deal for Pulisic at that price. We'd be mental. I agree. It's as much as, and you guys know I'm a Pulisic fan. 70 million for a player with a year left on his deal is not something I can see. Oh, would you look at this? Nightbot lashing up the link. Good old Nightbot. I knew he'd come in useful for something. Nightbot coming in there like a hero with the link. Now I'll post it into the chat. There it is. Right, so if anybody does want to help out the channel, and we do appreciate each and every donation, and it goes towards equipment. I've put the link into the chat there now. We have a goal. The goal was €1,375. That will enable us to buy proper cameras, some new lighting, some software, some soundproofing, and a few other bits and pieces that we want to do to try and make better content. Because we don't want to just make streams at night time or do watch-alongs. We want to make documentaries. We want to make shorter shows. We want to make pre-recorded stuff. We want to make a lot more content. But as well as running a channel, which we're covering ourselves, the equipment it's expensive. I've dropped over $3,000 on equipment so far since I've started doing podcasts and stuff. So that was the reason we decided to try the crowdfunding. If people don't feel that it's for them, I understand it 100%. Content's always going to be free anyway. But if anybody can help us out or wants to help us out, the link has gone in there. It's www.kofi, that's ko-fi.com/Anfield Agenda. It's really straightforward. And every single penny that goes in there goes on equipment. It's not going to go on jolly ups. It's not going to go on new pairs of trainers. It's all going on equipment for the channel. You sure you didn't used to work for Gark? I heard he lived in Ireland. No, we ran him out like the snakes, mate. Like St. Patrick ran the snakes out of Ireland, we ran Gark out. Congratulations to Lucas. Finally gets start of his dream at Anfield. Congratulations to Lucas signed. He finally gets the start of his dream Anfield. You've lost me, pal. You've lost me. Alisson to score against Everton, says Andre. You've probably already did it, but I found the number online. 1650253. Yes, I've tried that number. I'm sure I have. Doesn't even... Oh, +1. That is an American number. Actually, hang on. Let me take a screenshot of this. Tried a number, but I am going to take a screenshot of your number just to make sure I have it, pal. So thank you for that one. Where is it? There you go. Thank you. I've taken a screenshot of that number there. I'm gonna have to go, said Max. Thank you, Max. Fuck off, Nightbot, you ass licker. Came in there like a hero, he did, just at the right time. Hendo is suspended. That wasn't what we were talking about, Andre. When we were saying who do we want to score the goal, it was for the game against Napoli in the Champions League. Hendo suspended for the game against Everton. Who is this Nightbot fella? He sounds like a teacher's pet. I don't know, I feel like Connor is sitting at the other end of the computer just doing this stuff and pretending it's a bot. He scares the shit out of me when it comes to technology. Oh, Lucas Digne, which is what You'll Never Walk Alone tattoo. Sorry, mate. It isn't actually a Never Walk Alone tattoo. I think he explained it as something else. Where in America are you hoping to move to? Either Texas, mate, or Florida. Probably Texas, though, if I'm being honest. Probably Austin as well. Will probably be the exact area, but we're hoping to go there next October on our next holiday to really check the place out a bit more. Craig, if you're stuck in a lift with a person for a chat, who would it be? You can only talk about Liverpool Football Club. Oh god, that's a tough one. That's picking favourites and I don't want to do that. If I could only talk about Liverpool Football Club, I don't know, there's so many people in here who are fonts of knowledge about Liverpool Football Club. I don't know, pal, I can't answer that one. I feel like I'm just going to be a dick if I say someone's name and nobody else's. What I would be worried about is the smell of my arse if I farted. That wouldn't be nice for anybody. If you're caught in the lift with that, best of luck. VVD to head the winner against Napoli, said Stephen Richards. That would be a big lifestyle change. Moving over to Texas, it would, but I've given my reasons for it. It's all about mental health and quality of life. I just cannot deal with winters over here in Ireland. I'm already struggling. I don't know how I'm going to get through the entire winter. So yeah, Austin looks awesome. It does look cool, and it's growing as well. And it's probably the most European part of Texas, if that makes any sense, from what I can gather. LFC_5 is really trying hard to be Craig's favourite. I don't have any favourites. I told you. I hate everybody equally on here. There's no favourites. Guys, do you know what? I think we've gone through everything we can go through tonight. I will be back here tomorrow at 10 o'clock and it will be hours away from the derby then. Really looking forward to seeing what happens between now and then. We'll talk team selection, we'll talk predictions, we'll talk captaincy, we'll talk fucking everything. But until then, look, thank you so much to everyone that joined us again tonight. It was good fun. Really enjoyed it. I look forward to chatting to you all tomorrow. Until then, guys, up the motherfucking Reds.